Well, as expected, hundreds of flights were canceled over the 4th of July weekend.
But heading home from the holiday was a lot less of a headache for many travelers. More than 1,200 flights in the U.S. were canceled on Friday and Saturday, which was about 2.4% of the scheduled flights. Many of those were largely due to thunderstorms in parts of the country. But in the following 48 hours leading into the summer holiday, those cancellations cut in half. According to FlightAware, around 300 flights were canceled Sunday, while only 255 flights were canceled Monday.
Wall Street Journal reporter Alison Sider joins us now with more. Hey, Alison, great to see you. Thanks for being with us. So were you surprised by the flight cancellation numbers for this weekend, or did you see it building up to this? Because we've been hearing rumblings of problems with the airline industry.
Yeah, I think everyone was very on edge going into the weekend. There was a lot of pressure. It's a huge travel weekend. 4th of July is kind of the peak of summer. And we've had some problems with air travel kind of building all summer, as you said, and increasing pressure from government officials, from lawmakers. So all eyes were kind of on the industry this weekend. And I think everyone was very nervous about how it would go.
Well, so then is the smaller number of cancellations the past couple of days perhaps a sign that the airline industry is getting back on track to operating how it was pre-pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, I think the airlines took some steps kind of coming into the summer and ahead of the holiday weekend to ease things a little bit. They reduced their schedules. Schedule cuts by Delta and United went into effect just this month. So that might help a little bit. There've been a lot of talks and coordination with the FAA to discuss issues that the airlines have raised with air traffic control. So, there had been a lot of work to address some of these issues, but there's still a lot of summer ahead and a lot of very busy weekends ahead of us.
Sure. And, you point out that many airlines are scaling back some of their travel schedules for the summer. I mean, I know, for instance, my brother who lives in Charlottesville has a harder time than ever getting places because, hubs are smaller and it's harder to get from a town like Charlottesville, which is maybe not, the biggest city. But it seems as if a lot of airlines are reducing their offerings. Are you seeing the same trend?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple of things going on. One is airlines this spring started to have some trouble and realized they were going to run into staffing issues and just wouldn't be able to grow as much this summer as they'd hoped and started scaling back. The other is that the airlines are confronting a shortage of pilots. They've had to think hard about, what are their best routes, where do they want to put their resources, and especially some smaller cities have been cut off.
Yeah, that's what my brother has noticed.
So it sounds like flexibility, Alison, is probably at least one of the words for passengers out there who are looking to travel.
Yeah, I think patience is another one.
Yeah.
The flights are so full that it can be hard if your flight does get canceled. There might not be an empty seat available in an hour, which I think is something we're kind of used to as travelers.
Yeah, patience indeed.
Totally. And Alison, how long do you think this is going to continue? I mean, do you see a point where the airline industry is going to totally catch up with demand?
Well, I think they're at this point focused on kind of making it to Labor Day. That's sort of the end of the busy summer season. And that's the point where typically business travel would start to come back. And I think that's something that is a little bit in question right now. But I think at this point, airlines are kind of just trying to make it through the summer.
All right. They're not the only ones. Alison, thank you so much.